Okay, so as you can tell, I definitely have a new look going on in more ways than one. First off, my hair is definitely darker. I have decided to go red for the fall, and I normally do this. I didn't do this last year simply because it was like my first year on YouTube, and I didn't really have the time to, mess with my hair because I wanted, I was doing my episodes kind of like weekly. So I didn't really have a lot of time to change my look. Normally I do. But yeah, so this year I have red hair, and I love it. And then also in the background here you see I have dropped the curtain. I no longer have that going on. Where I was filming reviews before, I'd never really liked the color of the wall behind me. So like in my first season I did like sheets and stuff and just sort of had that kind of look going on, and then this, for the first part of the season, I had a really pretty curtain. But I never liked the color of the walls, like a really like basic white, and it just didn't work. So I did move over the summer, and now where I'm filming, I love the color of the walls, and I think it's very natural looking and pretty. And then also, as you see behind me, I have a like a painting of gardenia flowers. I've said this many times, and I'll probably say it 1,000 more times. Gardenia is my favorite fragrance note for, and flower. Like, it's just my absolute favorite. Any perfume that has gardenia in it, I'm immediately like obsessed with. Okay, now to this amazing Beyonce perfume. So earlier this year, I ended up getting to sample this in like a Walgreens store. They had like a little like 1 fluid ounce sample bottle. They didn't even have any of the, like, I couldn't even buy the perfume that night. And well, for one thing, it was all small bottles. I probably wouldn't have anyways, but they just had the sample bottle. I was like, well, I haven't smelled this yet. And I was immediately, like, after spritzing it and like walking around the store for a few minutes, I was immediately captivated. And so yeah, I had to have it, and I knew I definitely wanted to review it in my next season of fragrance reviews. So here it is. And yeah, I love Beyonce. I always have been a fan of hers. I've seen her in concert, and I go and see her movies, and I just think she's, along with the rest of the world, I think the whole entire world is in love with and obsessed with Beyonce. She's just like, the greatest thing ever. So I absolutely agree with that. I'm totally a member of the Beehive. So love Beyonce, and I really respect her for releasing perfumes and fragrances and really, putting as much into them as she does, because for Beyonce fans, this is a well-known fact. She is actually allergic to fragrances and perfumes, and so, she has a perfume allergy, and the fact that she still launches and releases fragrances has always amazed me. And I always thought, for a long time she was just like the spokeswoman for, different other designers' fragrances. And I thought, well, that's why, because she just wants to be the face of a fragrance, probably doesn't really even have to wear it. But then, like I said, in like 2010, she launched Heat, and started putting out her own fragrances, and I'm so glad that she did. And like I said, I absolutely respect her, and really does tell me how committed she is to perfume making, and so I love her for that. Okay guys, so now let's take a look at the absolutely stunning ad campaign for Beyonce's Heat Wild Orchid. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys the gorgeous bottle for Heat Wild Orchid. So this is the 3.4 100ml bottle of Heat Wild Orchid. And I have to be honest, I love this bottle. Like, I didn't think I would, honestly, when I first seen it in the ad campaign. I thought it was just going to be kind of boring, but no, this bottle is really, really pretty in person. So at the base, it's sort of like a light, almost pink, like light pink, almost clear. And then it fades on up into the bottle to like a darker pink. And then the cap is definitely like, I would say like a hot, you know, hot pink. And around the rim on the front it says Beyonce's name. I don't really know if you can see that. And then it's just gold all the way around. And then on the other side it says Heat, you know, just like the original Heat perfume bottle. So this is definitely my favorite bottle by Beyonce yet, and especially of the Heat line, because the colors really do bring the fragrance to life and add this whole other element to, you know, just the whole idea of this fragrance. And I really, like, I love this and I had to have it. So I'm so impressed, and honestly don't know how Beyonce is going to top this fragrance, just because I'd been kind of waiting for her to, you know, release one that was just absolutely amazing. I definitely think this has been her best hit sensation yet. Okay, so now to the good part. What does this amazing fragrance smell like? So I'm going to break down the notes that Queen Bee decided to use in her fabulous Heat Wild Orchid fragrance. Okay, so on the top of her fragrance, she decided to use boysenberry, coconut nectar, and pomegranate, followed by a heart, which consists of butterfly orchid, magnolia, and honeysuckle, followed by a base, which consists of white woods, musk, and amber. So overall, I would say this is absolutely a floral fragrance. Like, you know, just, I think of a beautiful flower garden, you know, like walking through a beautiful flower garden. And I love the fact that the orchid is just so intense in this fragrance. Like, it's definitely titled properly because the orchid is so alive. And you know, you do get hints of the fruitiness at times. It does have a few fruity notes. You do get small hints of them, but this is definitely not your typical celebrity fruity floral fragrance. Like, this is, you know, very, I would say, just orchid and beautiful elements. And I think the way that it was blended, you know, the notes definitely help keep the orchid alive so well in sort of different shades of the orchid. Like, I think the magnolia kind of brings out this certain shade of the orchid, and then, you know, I think the honeysuckle definitely adds like this really sweet sort of tone to it. And so if you don't have a bottle and this is not in your fragrance wardrobe yet, that's okay, because I know where you can go and get a bottle exactly like mine, US Fragrance Club. They do have this fragrance in stock, and I will be honest, this is definitely a very rare fragrance. Like, you're not going to find it just anywhere. When it was initially launched, I think it was only available overseas for quite a while, and then like I started seeing it over here in the States like earlier this year. And so I think this was launched like a year ago, like, you know, in the fall of last year. And so it took it a little while to make its way, you know, to the US. But US Fragrance Club has had it for a while, and they will always have it. And I'm so happy about that, because once you find a fragrance and you fall in love and it sort of becomes like your signature scent, you want to keep it in your fragrance wardrobe. And so having a place like US Fragrance Club, where they have so many, just thousands and thousands of absolutely amazing fragrances at unbeatable prices, that is such a good feeling, because they will always have it. And like I said, the prices, you cannot beat their prices. And, you know, I love, like, they're my absolute favorite, you know, online fragrance store for sure. And I love being able to tell you guys where you can get your very own bottles. So definitely check out www.usfragranceclub.com. And also make sure and look them up on social media. They are on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Search US Fragrance Club and connect with them. And there you will be able to find out deals and find out about coupons, special coupons, and just be in the know when it comes to the store and US Fragrance Club. Alrighty guys, well, that's going to do it for my review of Heat Wild Orchid by Beyonce. I'm so glad that this was a part of season 2 and that I got to review it, and I absolutely love this fragrance, and it's, you know, like I said, my favorite by Beyonce, and one that I've enjoyed wearing so much this past summer, and I highly recommend it to anyone who loves floral fragrances, or definitely any Beyonce fan, or just a perfume, any perfume lover would really appreciate this fragrance, because it is just beautiful and the perfect. And so perfume. Yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching my fragrance reviews and supporting my channel. And so many of you watched my original Heat by Beyonce fragrance review a year ago, so that's why I decided to do the update to her fragrance line, Heat Wild Orchid here. So thank you all so much for that. I really do appreciate all of the love and support. And as always, you can look me up on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Just search at Perfume Dude BB. I'm always here and ready to talk fragrances and be helpful. Okay guys, well, thank you again, and I will see you very soon with another fabulous fragrance review. Until then, bye.
Go purchase this fragrance, which is in stock now at my favorite store, US Fragrance Club. And with over 2,500 authentic fragrances in stock, you are sure to find your signature scent at an unbeatable price. Buy perfume and create new memories. It's www.usfragranceclub.com.